Have you ever noticed how some people seem to have it all figured out? They're successful, happy, and always moving forward. Meanwhile, others struggle, feeling stuck and wondering why they can't catch a break. What's the difference between these two groups? Now, I'm sure many of you are thinking, it's talent, or it's luck, or maybe even it's who they know. And sure, those things can play a part. The real difference, more often than not, comes down to habits. That's right, habits, those small daily actions that we often overlook. The choices we make day in and day out, often without even thinking about them. These habits are the invisible forces shaping our lives, guiding us towards success or failure. Your success in business, in relationships, in life, depends on these habits. And I'm not just talking about any habits. I'm talking about the kind of habits that separate the extraordinary from the ordinary, the successful from the struggling, the fulfilled from the frustrated. From the moment you wake up to the time you go to bed, what are the habits that define your life? Are they pushing you forward or holding you back? Success isn't some distant, unreachable star. It's not reserved for a select few who were born under the right circumstances or blessed with exceptional talent. Success is built brick by brick, habit by habit, day by day. And the beautiful thing is, we all have the power to shape these habits.
Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Hey everyone, it's Chris with Lock and Close. I'm gonna keep it completely honest with you. I did not feel like filming this at all, especially after staying up until 3 a.m. editing and waiting for things to come out right for that last video, only for me to get 30 views and 8 likes. But you know what? Here we are. We're here because I made a commitment to myself, to this business I'm building, and to anyone out there trying to go from stuck to stacking wins. Let me give you a quick story from this past week. I just onboarded a new client 3 days ago, a real estate investment company. They brought me in to handle their acquisitions for wholesaling. It's early on, we're still getting things rolling, but I didn't want to wait around until I felt ready. I got to work immediately. Started following up on every name I could touch, and boom, I spotted this one cold lead in the system. The note said, talk to them in 2023, ghosted, dead deal. But I figured, what do I have to lose? First call, I didn't try to pitch. I strategically asked questions. I placed questions in there to make them feel like, I'm not just another salesperson. I'm trying to create a mutually beneficial outcome, for both of us, but most importantly for them. I asked questions like, where were they in life? What changed? Why were they interested back then? And most importantly, I listened. And then I found the gap, what they still wanted, and what was standing in that way. The second call, I came prepared. I had a number in mind, I had a plan in hand, and I spoke with confidence. And that's key. Speaking with confidence, people just don't want some pushy salesman nowadays. Most people are very savvy. They already know, a lot about what they're looking for. And they're very stubborn nowadays. The introduction of internet, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, etc. Made people a lot more savvier, right? They don't want to settle. They really want to go after and get what they're looking for. So they're looking for someone to guide them that way, right? They're looking for a coach, a teacher. They're not looking for you to be a pushy salesman anymore. They're looking for somebody that speaks with confidence and can make them feel confident in their decision as well. So we negotiated. I got them to come down $15,000 from where they were originally, and we locked it in. That one deal, that one close, generated $20,000 in revenue for my client. And I've only been with them for 3 days. That wasn't motivation, that was momentum. And momentum only shows up when you do. Not when you feel like it, not when things are perfect, but whenever you move. Most people are stuck because they're waiting on a perfect wave of inspiration. They're waiting on this wave to come push them forward. But that wave, it never comes. You got to create it. You have to create this wave. Create the motion. In sales and in life, you get rewarded for reps. Not for good intentions, not for almost reaching out, reps. Your pipeline grows from reps. Your skills sharpen through action, and your income stacks through follow-ups, not feelings. So here's your challenge for this week. Pick one habit, just one. Make it non-negotiable. Could be 10 follow-ups a day, 30 minutes of outreach, one video like this every day, whatever it is. Lock it in, track it, and don't miss. Don't miss a day. And remember, everyone, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle. Forget motivation, build momentum. You'll thank yourself 6 months from now. Lock in, close strong. I'm Chris, and I'll catch you in the next one.
I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it.